make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love. You know that I.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
It's Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So only one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And listen, I got a whole bunch of folks in here, man. Now, listen, West Coast, y'all know him. He ain't no guest. You know, he got a key to the stove. He can come in. You know, he can get stuff out the freezer. You know, drink the Kool-Aid, put it back in. West is cool. But if y'all ain't never, you know, met these other guys, they good people. You know, so we're going to introduce them. Ken, everybody else, let them know who y'all is and where y'all from, man. What y'all do.
Hey, what's up? First of all, can y'all hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. My name is Ken. I was born in Amarillo, Texas, which is in the West Texas Panhandle. But I currently live in Houston, Texas, around a whole bunch of Texans fans. And I'm just repping the Cowboys, man.
Indeed. And you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Same thing. Amarillo, Texas. I'm out here representing for the West Texas, Lubbock, Texas, Patrick Mahomes, Texas Tech. You know what it is. And yeah, that's where I was born and raised. But I've been all over, man. I go to California all the time, you know, because we do music as well. 316 Records. Shout out to 316 Records. If you haven't seen our video with Keith Wallace, Don't Shoot, or with J.O. Felony, Make a Mess, y'all need to go check those joints out. Raj Judah, Make a Mess, or Raj Judah, featuring Keith Wallace. Two very good videos that we put out. And yeah, man, I just felt like a pulling, you know, to start doing this and being a light out here in a dark world, you know, for Cowboy Nation, because I love my Cowboy fans. And man, that's about it, man.
Indeed. What's your name and what's your podcast, my brother?
West Texas Cowboys Report on YouTube, and we got the West Texas Dallas Cowboys podcast on Facebook and also on Instagram. West Texas Cowboys Report.
Already, y'all make sure y'all go sub up to them boys, man. So, hey, we've been talking about training camp, and we're getting closer. Like, it's 2 weeks away at this point, you know. So it's getting about time. So we're gonna have to have some real hard conversations about some of these positions. Right. We got to really talk about some of these positions, what we feel comfortable with. And the way I like phrasing it, man, if your life was on the line, like it's like real talk, like you gonna die, like a painful death if it don't work out. Which one of these guys are you trusting on the screen? And listen, I'm gonna make it even harder for you. Trayvon Diggs, you don't know his health week one. Kalen Carson, you don't know his health week one. Siobhan Rebel, you don't know his health week one. So we're gonna take those three out of it. So outside of those three, name one corner on here that you trust going into week one to hold AJ Brown, because that's the kind of conversation we need to have going to training camp. Because we gonna have to put three corners on the field, and I don't know if we gonna have three good healthy corners.
Mm. Well, first off, shout out to Miss Linda Johnson. Spicer, what's up with you? You my favorite Cowboy fan named Miss Linda. How you doing? Since we dropping favorite bombs around here. Appreciate you
Boom.
for the love. Um, it depends on what you're asking me, what I gotta trust these guys to do. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, some of these guys I don't even know them. So it's like I can't really trust a guy that I would know. So the only person on here that I would really even say outside of Diggs is probably Bland, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And that's just because, I'm not trusting the draft pick. Corner, I mean, wide receivers are fast, man. They get faster every year. And the turnover for corners in the NFL is very, very high. So, to think that we gonna get a guy that's outside the first round is gonna be able to come in and hang with, what we gotta see this first week, it's gonna be a tall task. I mean, they're gonna learn a lot though, and they're gonna get thrown into the fire. But I don't know if that's gonna be able to get reciprocated week one. So I love watching the videos on Trevon Diggs YouTube channel though. They make me a believer to make me believe that he's gonna be back week one. So that's what I'm believing in. Keep it real.
I hope not.
He's gonna be
Kind of,
back week one. Them
kind of,
YouTube videos say different.
kind of injury he had, he gonna need to be back week one. So for everybody that don't know why I'm saying that, Trevon Diggs did not tear his ACL again. He has no cartilage left in his knee. They had to artificially put cartilage in this boy knee. His knee was bone on bone. So that's the kind of injury that Trayvon Diggs is coming back from. So I don't really think I want Trayvon Diggs running around week one trying to guard an all pro wide receiver. Even if you put Trayvon Diggs out there and say, hey, we ain't gonna put you on AJ Brown, they still got Devontae Smith out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want Trayvon Diggs back week one. I really don't want him back the first. I want Trey for like the stretch run. Like if it means he got to miss the first four games to come back as close to 100% as humanly possible, I'm down for that. But I don't want to just throw the man out there to the wolves.
You're right. Yeah, I believe that Trayvon Diggs needs to just hold out too. I know he's excited, wants to get back and prove everybody wrong. He's got that chip on his shoulder, but that's why I'm a big believer in Gilly. I know Josh Booth had some flashes last year before he got hurt as a strong corner, but I don't really trust him completely going in week one. And like I was saying, that first stretch of games is our chance. We got to come out of those like 5-2 or 6-1 because the last stretch of games is going to be hard. We're definitely going to need depth at that position. So I would say bring in Stephon Gilmore, let him start along with Deron Bland and Elam, and eventually just tell Gilly that, hey, when Diggs is ready, you're going to have to probably take a back seat, or Elam's going to have to take a back seat, and let the best corners play. And if someone gets hurt, you'll have that insurance with Gilmore there.
All right, so this is gonna be my question, Wes. Three corners. I know you. I'm gonna go ahead and be nice, and I'm gonna slide Deron Bland in for you. Pick your
Hey,
three. Pick
let
your
my guy
three
Ken.
corners to play.
My guy Ken got to get his Ken. What was your? He got to get his answer real quick. Go
Oh
ahead,
yeah,
Ken.
Oh, damn! I
yeah,
didn't realize Ken ain't
yeah.
answered. My
My
bad,
bad, brother.
cuz.
Yeah, was one of those guys Andrew Booth that you showed? I
No,
didn't see the.
hell no.
Okay, thank you so much. I know Mike is big on Andrew Booth, but I am out. I think he's a liability. But um,
So
I,
for
I
everybody that want to know who's on the
yeah,
list, it's
yeah.
Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, Siobhan Revel. That's Elam. That's Kalen Carson. That's my boy Israel McQuamu. That's Troy Pride underneath Kalen Carson, and then that Josh Butler who's actually hurt. So
Yeah.
you really got less options because Josh Butler is actually coming back from an ACL. So
Yeah.
out of the people that are healthy, they ended the season healthy last year.
What is
Ron
the
Bland,
rookie?
Elam, yes, Ron Rivers is also
Why
coming
don't
off
we
of an
trust? Why
ACL.
don't we trust the rookie though? That's what I. Why don't
He's
we
coming
trust
off an injury.
Yeah, he
coming off?
coming off an ACL injury, so we don't know
Yeah,
if he's gonna
And
play
because of
week
what
one.
you just said, the last word you said, the R word.
throwing in him to the wolves week one ain't gonna. He's either gonna
Yeah,
shine or he's gonna.
yeah, we don't know if he's gonna be cleared to play. He might start on the pub, physically unable
I
to
have
perform.
faith in Diggs, but I just don't think he's gonna be back in. Yeah, he needs to rest for at least 4 or 5 weeks into the season.
So that's my thing. We got we play some great some great wide receivers to start the season. We're gonna play AJ and Devontae Smith. Week 2 we're gonna play Malik Neighbor and Hyatt. I know Hyatt ain't really done nothing yet, but they got some decent wide receivers over there in New York. Week 3, who's our week 3 opponent?
Is that the Jets? I know we got the Giants week 2. Let's see.
Well, you play the Jets, they're gonna be Garrett Wilson, who is also a great young wide receiver.
The Bears.
The Bears got all the wide receivers because they still got DJ Moore. They got Roma Dunze. They messed around and they were able to get the boy
Luther
from
Burden.
Missouri, Luther Burden this year. Then they fit the first round pick on a tight end, and they got Cole Kmet. So they got
Oh,
all the pass catchers in the world,
and then we got to play the Packers, and you know how many receivers they have. They have
right?
an arsenal.
And they got better because they just spent a first round pick on a wide receiver this year.
Oh yeah, Green Bay. Yeah, and then after Green Bay, we got the Jets, then the Panthers. I mean, those are a slew, and then Commanders.
So
So
there's some
those,
wide receivers.
yeah,
Yeah, all
Depot.
those teams.
So
All those
Yeah,
teams got wide receivers.
yeah.
So that's my point.
yeah,
Um, if our primary wide cornerbacks are going to miss that much time, let's say they all go miss the first 4 weeks. Who are your guys, man? DeRon Bland and who? Who do you feel comfortable throwing out there? DeRon Bland and who? And I want y'all to go around. Who plays where? We're gonna play that game. Pick me 3 and tell me where you're playing them at.
God, dang, that's hard.
I'm taking
Exactly.
Elam, Bland, and probably Aquamu. Uh,
Okay. Who plays slot?
yeah, Aquamu.
You gonna let Izzy play slot?
Yep, that's
Okay.
that's what I'm doing. I'm putting Bland on the outside and Elam on the other outside,
Okay. Wes, what about you?
or vice versa.
Um,
Have Aquamu on the outside. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't know none of these dudes, so I'm gonna go with Bland at his natural position, and
Smart.
then who's actually that I know? You talking about if I had to play a game today or if I had to play a game on?
Yeah, like let's say everybody that's hurt is still hurt. That's why I'm saying like just going into it. Who are you picking? Because Trey is hurt. We got questions about Kalen Carson's health. Siobhan Rebels hurt, and even Josh Butler
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
hurt.
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck, Chuck. I believe preseason is going to show two things, and that is that the Dallas Cowboys need another running back and the Cowboys need another corner. So I'm gonna stay with I'm gonna say Bland, and then I think there's going to be a guy the Cowboys are going to bring in that's not on this team, just like the running back position. I think training, I think preseason is gonna show the Cowboys that our running backs are not, they suck, bro. They suck. They're average dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have to go get another guy.
Welcome back, Steven. And I do agree with you. Also, they said Kamon Hall. So Kamon Hall is. I also say Kamon Hall is a possibility to play. So I'm not saying he's great, but none of these guys are world beaters. Like outside of DeRon Bland, I think DeRon Bland is fantastic, but you might have to go dime. Like I'm just sticking with nickel right now. Imagine you had to figure out 4 damn corners to put on the field. We
Facts.
having trouble with 3, and there are times you might have to go 4 just because they might go empty, and that's a scary thought because who's guarding who? So I'll give you my 3 real quick, and then we can move on to a different position that is afflicted with a different issue, right? Because right now the corners just ain't healthy. If you told me the corners were healthy, I sleep well at night because you got a bunch of great corners when everybody is available. The issue right now is that they just ain't ready to play. They're hurt. But mine is going to be Israel McQuamu. I'm going to let him play slot. Deron Bland, I'm going to let him play on the outside. Really, it's going to be the same as Cuz because it's probably going to have to be Elam. Because, again, Kalen Carson, as he coming back from a shoulder injury. I don't know how healthy he is. You know, they're saying that he's better, that he'll be available. I'm going to hold off. Anybody that ended the season hurt, I'm just going to act like they're not available.
I feel like if Elam wasn't there, if they wouldn't have picked, the Cowboys kind of get impatient sometimes. So if Elam wasn't there, they could bring in Gilmore, But since the fact that Elam's there and it's looking like Diggs is going to come back quicker, and they're being optimistic about that. So I don't know, man. We'll see what they do.
Asante Samuel Jr. is available too still.
Who?
Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah, he's waiting to clear to he waiting for a follow up with his doctor before he signs with somebody.
He has a neck problem, doesn't he?
Yeah,
the Cowboys don't like neck problems.
They actually love neck problems because they gave
yeah, I mean they with the two linebackers that we had, that were good, Van Der Esch and
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee, yeah.
Everything on Sean Lee was hurt.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah.
Like I love Sean Lee. That man used to roll out of bed and get injured.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. And listen, I don't think Gilmore is cooked because I've seen that because this is what Gilmore did last year. I do be having stats and shit. Now remember, take PFF with a grain of salt because they be tweaking. I don't understand half of their grading scales when they be doing the stuff that they do. But he wasn't bad. Like if it's in the green, he did all right. Overall grade was in the green, 63.9. Nobody cares about a pass rush grade for a 30-year-old corner. That could be whatever. Run defense was good, 77.6. Coverage grade was a 60.4. 48 tackles, had an interception, allowed only 55 catches. So he didn't play bad, especially for the role that we're asking. If you're signing, shout out to Stephen Carroll for another 10-piece. He said, I meant bring the heat on the earlier super chat, not bring the hat. But, hey, you paid for it. I went and grabbed the run the damn ball hat. Because listen, when you pay, you can play.
Hey, give him love for the Dubsky, though, because he sent 10 on the first show and he sent 10 on this one. So
yeah, he's super trio. So salute
with
a 20-piece, really. So
he on the Dubsky.
Yes, sir. And yeah, that's all I'm saying with Gilly. You're not going to ask him to cover number one corners. You're going to ask him. That's the Deron Bland job. Matter of fact, Deron Bland, you are in a contract year. Mm-hmm. I should not be looking for anybody to cover the number one wide receiver on any of the teams we play. You that guy until Trayvon Diggs get back. So I need to look at Gilly and say, hey, you get all the twos and you get all the threes. Deron Bland, go earn your money. That's the way I'm looking at it. And if you can't do it, then we got a bigger issue.
In today's NFL, though, the slot corner, the number one receivers on the team usually go in motion and play in the slot. So that's why they want to put Deron Bland in the slot, is because he's going to be covering whoever's going in motion, either it be Smith or Brown. He's going to be covering one of those two. The outside corners, they need to have Akwazmi and Elam, I think, because I just don't think Akwazi is going to be able to hang going in motion with receivers like Bland can.
And guess what? That's what happens when you have very versatile corners and corners who are more dual to do one thing. Because if you put what you would like to do is just, because one thing about Neighbors is, or even not Neighbors, AJ Brown gonna play in the slot and he gonna be on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna switch it up.
Yeah, so Deron Bland is going to play on the outside and on the inside. But you know what that also means? That also means that whoever replaces him has to be able to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because and that's why, like, for me, I did it a lot in 7-on-7, but it has nothing to do with NFL. But I don't really do a lot of man on, like, you're going to be on this guy for the entire game type of deal, because your other corner has to be just as good. You know what I'm saying? Because if he goes to the left, that means that other corner has to be good enough to go to that right also. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're on man, that means the other corner is on man too. You know And people never look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look at it like that. If you put Deron Bland on, say you put Deron Bland on Neighbors, right? And I know Neighbors, but on AJ Brown, and AJ Brown is in the slot. That means your outside corner's got to play outside. Okay, that's cool. But then what happens when AJ Brown goes to the outside and Bland goes to the outside? That means Izzy now has to play on the inside, or your outside corner has to play on the inside. But is he good though? Can he do that?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem.
Remember in Eberflus's scheme, the linebackers, all three of them come back in coverage.
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to hear nothing about no line.
Hold that thought. I gotta get this for Stephen Carroll. Salute to Stephen Carroll for the 20-piece, man. He said, "I would love to have Gilly back. You get a quality vet and an added bonus of a mentor/coach." I 1,000% agree with that. And he didn't play bad corner, because you get a good player and you get a superb mentor. And the man is still doing the mentor stuff in Dallas as we speak. Because let me see if I still got it on here. Yeah, because one guy was just chopping it up with the boy on the first. He said great talks with the OG always, and he tagged Bump and Run Gilmore. So he's doing the mentor shit right now. He's not even on the team. And back to your point though about the linebacker going back in coverage. They do cover 3, Wes. It just is what it is. It's cover 3. They got run fits right in front of them. They gonna cover their gaps and they gonna fall back into hook.
I don't want to hear nothing about no Dallas Cowboy linebacker dropping back in coverage.
That is too bad.
I don't want to hear, because ain't none of them dudes. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you name me 32 tight ends in the NFL right now, starting tight ends, I don't think my linebacking core can cover one of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. 32 of them, including mine. And listen to me. In training camp, one thing you gonna see is tight ends cooking them linebackers, bro. Right? Because who is it? And think about this. Your middle linebacker has changed. Your middle linebacker has almost changed every year for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Imagine if you listen to me. If you'd be like, "Oh, it's do," but imagine if your quarterback changed every year.
But that's
on offense.
But that's back to the point of, and I'm glad that y'all brought this up. Eberflus plays majority cover 3. There's not going to be a lot of traveling. If people are just going to stand in their zones, then nobody is going to travel with anybody. You know what I mean? We might bump some guys over, but they're not going to be manned up across the board. That's pretty much what he stays in most of the time is cover 3. So you'll have your 2 corners falling back into the deep third zones. You'll have your box. Either your box safety gonna take a hook or he'll take the flat. But it's gonna be zone across the board.
You don't even know when Overshawn can be back.
Overshawn ain't gonna be back to November.
Thank you. They talking about Overshawn, bro. What is you talking? People, listen to me. I think we really need to do. Let me turn my camera back on. I think we need to do a medical report show. Because I think people think that people is back that ain't really even back. Like just listen to me. Just because he owned the video game, he not back in real life, bruh. Like they not back in real life. It's not how it works.
Hey, Leofal's pretty good at covering tight ends, man.
Leofal, Mike, there you go.
He's all right, man. I mean, out of all of them, I would
trust. You can always tell who the man of faith is on the Cowboys show.
And then Sanborn had 3 interceptions last year for the Bears. So
see what I mean? You can always tell, man. My guy Mike, man. My guy Mike. He is just thank you. Mike is just a good guy, man. He's just a good guy. Listen to me, man. If you're telling me the Philadelphia Eagles, if they're looking at the Dallas Cowboys defense, you know what they're saying? Stay away from Micah Parsons and we're good.
Yeah, facts.
The pass rush has got to get home.
That's all they're going to say, bro. They're going to say, stay away from Micah Parsons and we're good. And we're good.
So on the pass rush?
Bro, I know this ain't got nothing to do with it, but this do got something to do with it. It almost feel like the Cowboys don't care about winning this for game 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. It don't seem like they care about winning. I almost feel like the Cowboys feel like they know they're going to be overwhelmed on week 1 because they're not doing anything, bro. Even if you were just trying to build a team to win week 1, it's gonna be the Monday Night Football, bro.
I'll say this about. Because I was away from the computer, so I didn't catch everything. I think your pass rush is way better than what it was last year just because of the personnel you brought in. You brought back Dante Fowler, who had down there 11 sacks last year. You spent a top
No,
100 pick.
what I was saying, cuz is I was saying that the Philadelphia Eagles, when they look at our defense, all their offensive coordinator is going to say is stay away from Micah Parsons and we're fine. Like stay
Okay,
away from
okay,
Micah and we're fine.
I guess you could say you would live and die
Hey,
by that. I
what do
still
you think about this? What do you think about putting Micah Parsons at middle linebacker and putting our one of the linebackers, a weak linebacker, and then letting your draft pick and Dante Fowler rush on the ends?
I
Well, I'm
think
gonna
you
tell
gotta
you,
pay. I think you gotta pay Michael Parsons first.
I was gonna tell
Exactly.
you, I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say if you Micah if he's doing that, making $40 million, guess what? You could tell Micah, hey Micah, you ain't even gonna play today. You just gonna cut the yard, all right? And Micah might be okay with that for $40 million. But if he ain't got paid, there's
In the
no way you're
contract
gonna
year,
have me dropping back in coverage.
yeah, in the
Mm-mm.
contract year, nah. That's the same reason that the Ron Bland told the reporters that he gonna have a talk with the Cowboys about the slot shit. It's a
Yeah.
contract year. Pay
Yeah.
me first, and I'll play wherever you want me to play at.
Mm-hmm.
But don't try and depreciate my value, even if it does help the team. Don't put me in that situation where I'm trying to get the bag. Michael
Exactly.
Parsons, there's a $20 million difference in between what a linebacker makes and what the top pass
Edge
rushers
rusher.
make.
Yep.
Yeah, and Michael
Yep.
Parsons ain't going for none of that. It's too
I
And
know.
like
Micah Parsons doesn't even think and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I love Micah, but he does not deserve to make the highest paid middle linebacker money. No, he's not Fred Warner, bruh. Is Micah Parsons Fred Warner?
nah, but Fred Warner don't make the kind of money Michael
Yes,
Warner
I
make.
know, but I know. And guess what? And San Francisco going to look. This is last year with San Francisco too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like is Micah Parsons Raekwon Smith?
No,
No, he is not.
No.
He Micah. Listen to me. I don't. You don't want to see Micah out there doing this.
move
You don't
over, move
want.
over, screen,
You
screen,
don't want him
screen.
slapping on people. You do not want to see Micah Parsons doing that. You want to see Micah Parsons with his hand in the dirt or trying to get skinny on the line, about to run past somebody. That's what they want to see with Micah Parsons. If I'm gonna tell you this, if Micah Parsons would have been a middle linebacker his entire time right now as the Dallas Cowboys, he wouldn't even be Micah Parsons.
Nah,
He wouldn't be Micah Parsons.
so the
He would
stuff that
be a guy.
the
He'd be
stuff
a
that
guy.
the stuff that
Facts.
you love Michael Parsons
Just
for,
move him around.
he can't do it. He can't do it middle linebacker.
Let's think about this. Who's the greatest middle linebacker of our generation?
We know who it is. It's
Ray
Ray
Lewis.
Lewis,
56 sacks.
and he played how
Career.
many years? Because Mike already got 52.
14. Like
Michael
14.
Mike already has 52 and a half sacks, and he's
And Ray got 50. Ray had like 56. 50,
if
54, 56.
that. Let me see. It might be less than that.
No, I think it's like
40.
54.
He has 41.
41?
Oh my
Who was
god.
I think I was thinking about Brian Urlacher then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he has 41 sacks, but the trade off he has 31 interceptions, 19 forced turnovers. That man was a monster.
Oh, so my question is this. Would you compare his if Micah Parsons was to have what would y'all be okay with that? Micah Parsons having that's like 3 sacks a season. But then you give
it would show his versatility. They would be like, dang, he can sack the ball or he can play middle
But
linebacker.
think about this though. I think Sean Lee, if he would have played the same amount of year, he would have probably had those types of stats. And they don't look at Sean Lee the same way they look at Micah Parsons. No, they drafted Micah Parsons 12th overall, man. You don't draft a dude 12th overall be a middle linebacker.
Nah.
I mean, I'll say this.
That's what he played in college, though.
Yeah, he did, and I'll say this much about the situation.
Put him at running back too. No, I'm just kidding.
He did play running back in high school, and he did say he wouldn't mind getting some carries. But Michael Parsons, I think he has the ability to play middle linebacker, and I already heard from his brother that they allegedly will play him at linebacker a little bit more this year.
That
But
means
I
again,
think that you really can't ask too much from Micah until the contract gets done.
They could put him in a package where he plays middle linebacker and rushes up the middle, but
Yeah, there's a lot you can do.
but I'm gonna tell you, if he does that, then that's not middle. That's not middle line. He wouldn't technically be considered a middle linebacker. He'd just be blitzing.
yeah, that'd be
Because-
a rush, 5 rushes
Yeah.
at the same time or whatever,
Yeah.
or have one drop back
He'll
while he
be in the
rushes in.
spot. He'll be in the spot if he be pressuring. But I do believe that Micah could like you said, there are situations because you got a whole litany of pass rushers now. You got Izaraku, you got Dante Fowler, Sam Williams healthy this year. We don't even talk about the boy, but we know
Got a lot of options.
we got Marshawn Nealon too. We spent a second round pick on him. We don't even speak about the boy.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
my
But
saying, man.
question to
Let
you,
the cut.
my question to you though is why would I want to take those any of those dudes over Micah Parsons rushing the quarterback? If anything, put one of them dudes at middle linebacker.
it's just a change up because hell, because it's just a
Sam
change up.
Williams could maybe play middle linebacker. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about do it all the time, but if you gotta get exotic, you gotta show some shit they ain't never seen before. You can do whatever you want with the amount of pass rush we have. That's all I'm saying.
Kenneth Murray, I think, is going to do a good job this year.
Kenneth Murray can rush the passer too. I think that's one of the better things he's actually good at.
Yeah.
That's really why I don't understand why people want to put him at middle linebacker. Like that sort of takes away from what actually makes Kenneth Murray, because he wasn't really diagnosing plays like that in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Like he was super athletic linebacker. You to get downhill, tackle guys to the line of scrimmage, sack the quarterback, hit the quarterback. He got a couple picks. He was just all over the field, but he
He's an
wasn't.
outside linebacker playing
Yeah,
inside.
he wasn't no cerebral diagnose the offense. Hey, this like they lined up. It's 3-by-1. I think this is coming. We're gonna audible into. No, that wasn't what he was doing. So I don't understand the thought process of even humoring putting him there. Just put him at Will or put him at Sam. Just go with Sanborn, who already knows the
System.
defense, and
Yeah.
put him there. Because you don't have to be a super athlete to play middle linebacker. That's why Sean Lee was so dope. Sean Lee knew what was coming before it came. He recognized the formations. He was able to get into the passing lanes. Sean Lee didn't run no 4.5. That man ran like a 4.7, 4.8. But he always had his hands on the ball. He was always in the play. And from the way that they talk, Sanborn, I'm not saying he's Sean Lee, but I'm saying he's probably he's probably the player in the linebacker core that's best suited to diagnose the play and get guys lined up. Everybody else, Leah Fowl, Overshown, Murray, they're
They're
athletes.
torpedoes. They're
Yeah,
torpedoes.
let them go blow something up.
Leofow looking buff this year too, man. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he looked like he ate the old Leah Fowl.
Yeah, he's looking more like that grown man. He's getting that grown man body.
So let me ask you, because we were talking about corner. We spent a lot of time on corner. Is the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys on the team? I'm just gonna disrespect everybody on the picture off the gate. It's the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys. Sitting on his couch eating Cheerios right now.
Man, look at them numbers, bro. Them numbers don't even look like Dallas Cowboy running backs starting. Like, get out of here, bro. Dude got 43s and 41s. Niggas might not even make the team, bro.
I think kind of Lippy's gonna make the team. I think he's a good fullback.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course he gonna
Yeah.
make the team.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, making it, you're in your. I ain't never had a positive word to say about Hunter Luke Lee, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the Dallas Cowboys have a fullback that wants to do more. That wants to do, bro. If I don't a fullback that don't want to blow people up, that's not a fullback to me. You know what I'm saying? He want to run and catch. Nah, bro. You in the wrong position, dog.
Get
I'm
rid,
not.
get
Hold
rid of the
on.
old heads and let the rookies and even let the rookies start and let your man number 42 get some carries.
Man,
I-
we going into
This one.
the year 2025. Our Lord
He
and
want to
Savior
change his
still talking
number
about
because
Deuce
bro, ain't
Vaughn.
no number 42 gonna be rocking the NFL. Ain't no running back number 42. This is not mad. You want to change his number then? That's the only way I see it. That's a
Man,
horrible number, bro.
Yeah, Blue Maffa and your boy number 42.
I
so
just don't. I don't believe in Deuce Vaughn. I just he
At
had his
all. Me neither.
opportunity couple past seasons, and the running back room was garbage. And now with 4 additional running backs that we brought in this offseason, he's all of a sudden gonna make an impact. And he's not big enough to be on special teams as a returner. I mean, I know Cowboy Nation they're so enamored with Deuce Vaughn. I just don't believe in him. Me personally, I
Me
don't.
neither.
and
Me neither.
Our offensive line is better, so we'll see.
I mean, yeah, the offensive line should be better. You got in a different offensive line staff to help coach the boys up. But Deuce Vaughn is like 5'4".
I know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's probably going to get cut, man, but
I don't listen. I don't believe in none of the running backs. Miles Sanders, they had that boy doing jet sweeps and shit last year. They gave him man 55 carries after paying him. They didn't believe in him. They looked at Miles Sanders and said, you know what, we'll take Rico Dow. They chose Rico Dow over Miles Sanders, and we were crazy enough to go pick him up. So that tells me all I need to know about the Miles Sanders situation. As for the boy Jadon Blue and all the disrespect to the Cowboy greats these fans are giving, calling the boy Tony Dorsett and comparing him to Demir Gibbs.
Okay. No.
I know that y'all love the rookies. I love that y'all love explosive players. That man is not that. He has fumble issues. He has vision issues. He has consistency issues because he really didn't play that much football before. So my thing is give him time. Don't be asking Jadon Blue to come in here and
He's
change
not a
your
bell
life,
cow
man.
back. Yeah, Javonte Williams is going to be your bell cow back.
And, and
All the blue fans, you ask them how much college football they watched last year. Not much. Okay, so how do you know? Where did you watch him? Okay.
Blue is gonna listen. Blue is gonna have a couple of explosive plays. I'm sure by the time the season is over, he will have like 5 or 7 runs of like 40 yards, 40 plus yards. Book it. I bet you he has a bunch of explosive plays for the Dallas Cowboys. The issue is consistency. Like he'll have a splash play, but he is not somebody you can consistently give the ball to and expect him to make a play. That's not who he is at this point in time. Matter of fact, I've been on record saying I like Jadon Blue, the pass catcher, more than I like Jadon Blue, the running back. Because
Exactly.
once
Yeah.
you get him in space and he can use that 4-3 speed, he a home run threat. Like he was going crazy in the college football playoffs off the wheel route. Out the backfield, they couldn't guard that boy. But
Yeah.
consistently taking the ball in between the tackles, that's just not what he is right now. But you can use him as a weapon.
Yeah.
My issue with Javonte Williams, though, the boy tore some stuff in his knee is I didn't know you had. Like he tore some stuff called like a bilateral corner or some shit. It's like it sounds like a play. I say all the time it's like a football play. So he had a major injury to his leg, and I don't know he will ever be the same running back. This is like 2-3 years removed from the injury, and we still talking about is he gonna be able to get back?
We let Chubb go right past us, right to Houston.
But
I
he,
saw
he
it.
has he has another injury issues.
Chubb.
So yeah,
He
yeah,
he, he, he broke his foot the
I
end of the
mean,
season.
I
yeah.
thought we were going to get
He
cooked.
broke his foot recently.
That's why he didn't finish the year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about like he broke it again. Like what the
Oh
heck?
hell no, nah. Like listen, he probably would retire if that had happened to him.
Hmm.
This
Yeah,
is the thing
the
about
passing
this is the
game,
thing about it.
Blue gonna be
This is the
great.
thing about it though. This is the thing about it. If Jadon Blue is anywhere decent, because like people keep on comparing him to Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles was an 800-yard running back, and he was a running back that looked really good versus the Dallas Cowboys and average versus everybody else, bro. And it's because we ain't never been able to stop the run. Well, when people hear Darren Sproles, they be like, "Oh my God, he was a beast, man." Darren Sproles was average versus everybody else. He was the Bruce Bowens of the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? The Kobe stopper. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He ran all over us, but couldn't do nothing to nobody else. But if Blue is anywhere where people are imagining him, that means he's the biggest steal of the 2025 draft. Because there was 2 running backs drafted in the first round, and one was almost won a damn Heisman Trophy. So it's like you're basically saying that Blue is on the same level as Gentry and the boy the Hamilton kid from the Tar Heels. And I don't believe he is. I don't believe he's on that same level, nor do I believe he's going to get that type of the offense is going to be built around him. So I don't see how people are trying to say he's about to be all this fire and brimstone and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he get man, it's 4 running backs. He gonna have to figure out how he gonna get suited up first. The Cowboys ain't gonna be able to suit up no 4 running backs. You can only put 53 men on a roster. There's gonna be a lot of games Jadon Blue probably won't even suit up. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Giddens is who I wanted to get out of Kansas State, but they didn't get him.
I like DJ Giddens.
Yeah, he
He
went to
remind me
Indy.
he remind me of a stiffer Alvin Kamara.
I watched him play against Colorado, man. He ran the ball all over him.
Yeah, he ain't always keep the volume. Hey, I don't know what it is, cuz it is what it is. He said we
we'll
don't
we'll
need Blue to
see.
be 1,000-yard rusher. I mean, he ain't gonna be 1,000-yard rush. Even if we needed him to be 1,000-yard rush, he wasn't gonna be that.
Hmm.
He wasn't gonna be that. So we'll figure it. We'll figure it
If
out, man.
Javante Williams don't work out, Phil Maffa is going to have to come through or something.
I hope
He's the
so.
only one that had consistent running game, at Syracuse. So
I, Phil Maffa was there at Clemson.
Clemson, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
No,
Clemson.
you
they're both
good,
orange.
but
Yeah.
I will say this to your point of Phil Maffa. The way that they talk about J. Dunn Blue, you would thought that he had Phil Maffa career. Because Phil Maffa was actually a lead back. He had production. He actually was the driving force that helped get his team to the college football playoffs. He's a 1,000-yard rusher, double-digit touchdown guy. And they speak on J. Dunn Blue like he had Phil Maffa's career. You know what I mean? That always stuck
It
out
has
to
a
me.
lot to do with that Ohio State game. I think those 2 touchdowns he had against Ohio State.
Recency bias, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, Hey, listen. I hope that we do have to eat crow, but right now I'm gonna be eating filet mignon because I feel very, very, very secure in the shit that I'm talking about right now. Because
I mean,
I don't believe in them in these running backs right now. They got to
I
show
mean,
me
my,
something.
my question is for folks who believe in their running backs. What is your counter argument? It can't just be because they're Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Cowboy mind, everybody gets a boost of talent once they put the star on their head. But we also realize that some of these guys don't work out, man. Like Cowboy fans, we have fan bias too. Like we have the bias of this is our team and we want everything to work out, but it don't always work out. Like we did this. Remember when y'all thought Allen Hurns was going to be the next Des Bryant? And y'all said, "Oh, give Allen Hurns the '88 jersey. Give him the '88 jersey." Remember that? And
Yeah.
it didn't
Yep.
work out, bro.
Did not work out in the
That's what it
slightest.
kind of reminds me of is Julius Jones remember when we got him?
Oh yeah. I remember Julius Jones.
He's all right.
He did okay. He made the team.
I
Yeah.
was going to
Hey,
talk about that.
DK said it perfectly. I like Blue, but he's a 10 to 13 touch player. At his peak, you see, that's what wrong with y'all. He has a diet. He has a diet stepped on flat Jameer Gibbs skill set. If you took Jameer Gibbs and you cloned him repeatedly, and the clone got weaker every time you cloned him, you would have J. Dunn Blue.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, or you know what it is? It's bro. I'm gonna give you a better example. It's like listen to me. I know how to cook one thing real good, right? But just because I know how to cook that one thing real good, don't mean I know how to cook all the good things that my wife know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, yeah, he may have a tool, he may have a skill set, but a running back needs to have to do more than just a skill set because you guys are thinking about what he's doing running down the field. There's a whole lot of things that have to happen before he's freely running down the field in the NFL, which doesn't really even happen very much as it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest with you, not trying to be a pooper on anybody's party, but we're hoping that our offensive line is better. We don't know that.
Exactly. We project. This a projection.
Well, you got Pickens and Lamb going out this way, and then send Blue around that way.
Hey, like I said, in the passing game, I can see J. Dunn Blue working. I just don't see what he gonna do as a running back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Javante and Miles Sanders is probably going to be
Miles
this year,
Sanders ain't gonna make
unfortunately.
the team.
Yeah, I don't think he
don't
has any
think he is.
guarantees in his contract. I don't think he's gonna make the team at all.
What was the boy that we brought in the other year that everybody was talking about? He didn't even make the team.
You talking
Running
about
back. Royce
CJ?
Freeman.
Oh yeah, Royce. Yeah.
Miles Sanders is Royce Freeman this year.
Yeah.
I mean, we do want them to be good, but we ain't gonna lie about it. He said, "Yeah, I want the running backs to do good or not." I do, but this nigga is not like that. I wish he was.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, I want a lot of things. I want $1 million. But just because I want $1 million don't mean I'm finna stay my ass at home tomorrow. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to work because I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Blue is gonna be an okay player. I told you he gonna make a couple of explosive plays throughout the season. He gonna have maybe like 500 yards on the season in limited touches. And probably from scrimmage. He'll probably have like 300 yards rushing, 200 yards receiving, maybe like 2-3 touchdowns. Like he's gonna be a rotational back. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that for a first year 5th round pick. We just can't be having these godly expectations. He a 5th round pick. He
Mhm.
is 5th round pick. He is a fifth
Exactly.
round pick for a reason. The kind of expectations y'all guys are putting on Jadon Blue, y'all should have reserved for some of these other draft picks. Y'all should be having these kind of expectations for Izaraku. Izaraku need to take his ass out here and get 8-7 sacks. He is 2nd round pick. Those are the expectations you have for Izaraku. Who was our 3rd round pick? Who was our third
Siobhan
round pick this
Ravel.
year? Oh, Ravel, this
Yeah.
motherfucker better have like 2-3 picks. He better have 2-3 picks on to give up like 2-3 touchdowns. Like your top 100 players, you have different expectations for them than you do the guy that you drafted at the back end of the draft. It's okay to have expectations for them. The only thing my 5th round picks and back gotta do is make the damn team.
Exactly.
I feel like Blue in a different draft year, he probably would have been like a 3rd round pick. But since we had a heavy running back class, a lot of talent this year, it pushed him to the 5th round.
But was he even starting at Texas though?
After
No,
injuries.
Yeah.
Baxter, who's going to come out, I think this year was going to be the guy. I believe Baxter's going to be a 1,100-yard rusher this year, so keep an eye out on him.
Hmm.
There was another guy they had who got injured as well. So Blue was like the 3rd guy on the depth chart.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's not bad. He's not a bad player. Of course, you don't go to Texas and be a bad player. Like he got NFL skills. He just ain't finna do what y'all talk about. He's gonna do year 1.
I
I
wanted to
just
get
I
one
just
of the
think it's
Ohio
because
State
okay.
backs. I just said I wanted to get one of the Ohio State backs, but they went other
Yeah.
places.
I just think we needed a running back, and he was there. We drafted him, so Cowboy fans are just super excited because we needed a running back, and we got one in the 5th round. So I
If
think that's what that is.
if we had took Caleb Johnson over Siobhan Revel, those are kind of expectations y'all could put on
Yeah.
Caleb Johnson. Because Caleb Johnson was a top back in the draft. He just failed due to combine. Like a lot of folks projected him to go in the first. He ended up falling to the 3rd. You could put expectations like that on Caleb Johnson because of his pedigree. You can't put expectations like that on Jadon Blue.
Yeah, facts.
You know
They
what I'm
did
saying?
that to Tyler Guyton last year.
And listen, Tyler Guyton is a rare case where he was a 1st round pick, but you got that boy playing an entirely new position.
Did you hear that on the offensive line, they had no help? Cooper Beebe said he was just out there winging it last year. He had nobody. And so they brought in Mayweather this year to come in. The guy Mayweather. Have you heard about him?
Yeah, I know you're talking about
The
Manyweather.
offensive line guru.
Yeah. I know about Cuzzy. I seen him, and he already been working with a lot of the Dallas Cowboys before, but he came in and he had a meeting with the offensive line coaching staff. He said they wanted to all be on the same page and what they instructing and what they teaching. So I thought they were actually dope. That says he already is hands on with all of the top Dallas Cowboys offensive linemen. It's cool that they went ahead and brought him in and they had that conversation.
That's going to help a lot.
I believe so, and I also believe, schematically, because we didn't run the ball in Mike McCarthy. I got nothing but love for Mike McCarthy, but one of the issues he did have, but he never ran the ball. That's not his playing style. You are who you are. He's in his 60s. Mike McCarthy in his 60s. You are who you are when you're a 60-year-old man. He's one of the pioneers of the West Coast offense. He likes to throw the ball around the yard. The running game was an afterthought. So maybe, with a change in philosophy, running the ball more, not having your offensive linemen playing on their heels all game, you'll see dividends in that regard when it comes to the offensive line and their ability to, actually get some continuity together.
That's how Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams are looking at it. They're like, they've never had a line this good to run behind. He kind of had a pretty good line at Denver last year, Javonte, but he's saying that he's feeling a lot better. His knee this year, this is his 2nd year coming off of the injury. So they usually say the 2nd year, you have a lot more mobility. We're
We'll
going to
see.
see, though.
Like I said, everything is all rainbows and sunshine before you get hit.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I feel fine. Boom! Oh shit, man, I need to go to IR.
Like Mike Tyson say, everybody's got a
Gotta
plan
play.
until they everybody's got a
Facts, bro.
plan until they step in the ring,
No,
until they get hit.
that's real though, man. So so Javante, so I think everybody is in unison. Javante Williams going to be the lead back.
Yes.
I think he's going
By
to do a
default.
decent job. He's not going to be a Saquon Barkley, but I think he'll um, manage the game well.
Speaking of Saquon, I hate the Eagles, but I do want to put it into perspective what Saquon Barkley did this year. He broke Terrell Davis' NFL record for most yards in a singular season. When you include regular season and postseason, he broke that record. So technically, Saquon Barkley had the most yards in NFL history this year.
That's
So,
facts.
so like, but let the Eagles fans tell it. Jalen Hurts is just special. Anyway, let's get to the next position group real quick, man. And this is a position that the Dallas Cowboys do not give a damn about. And it's safety. It's safety. They don't give a fuck about safety. But how do y'all feel about the safety room? We can just go around. Wes, are you still alive, for one? If not, it's okay. We'll carry on in your memory.
Yeah, I'm here. Wide awake.
Okay.
Right.
Huh?
I said I'm here.
Okay, cool. Give me your thoughts about the safety room.
I think that I would have loved to know that Minka Fitzpatrick was available. Like,
My boy.
you know what I'm saying? That would have been cool, but man, man, the safety's been playing linebacker. The linebacker's been playing safety, man. It's probably like the first year they really gonna get to play the actual position. Malik Hooker, I love him, but he getting gray in the beard. And I don't think the Cowboys gonna want him to retire no time soon because they ain't playing him a lot. Everybody hate Donovan Wilson. Um, man, I mean, I think the Dallas Cowboys got to draft one at some point. Like, I don't know when the last time we drafted the safeties. Like, not even just saying like drafted one, but like one with a top 100 pick, like a third round at least. You know what I'm saying?
The Eagles got our safety from Georgia.
But I mean, yeah, but I'm with you. The Cowboys definitely they do not prioritize safety at all. Like, we've had great safeties in the past, like Earl Thomas and Jamal Adams, that were begging to come to Dallas, and Cowboys not even one of them happened. That mess was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the crazy thing about it is you tell the Dallas Cowboys you want to be a Dallas Cowboy, odds are you never will, because you know how that goes, dog. But yeah, I like Hooker, but he's like you said, he's old. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, if we need to like talk about a rotation, you probably want Wanye and Marquise Bell to be the starters because they
Exactly.
still aren't. They ain't long in the tooth. They still can move sideline to sideline. They got the athleticism. Because boy, Donovan Wilson is 30 years old. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Donovan Wilson is 30. It don't seem like it because we didn't. They weren't using him when he first came into the league, but he's 30 years old. Malik Hooker is 29.
Dang, Donovan
You
Wilson's older than Malik.
Yeah, he's older than Malik Hooker. You're right, because Malik Hooker was special coming out of college. He didn't have to play that long. Remember, he was a first round pick the same year that his teammate Ezekiel Elliott was.
Mm.
It's just the injuries took away what made him special. He's been a good corner, but Malik Hooker was a sideline to sideline ball hawk that you throw it his way, it's going to be a touchdown. That's who Malik Hooker used to be coming out of the Ohio State. It's just you have 50,000 injuries. It robs you of your athleticism. You're rehabbing instead of getting better a lot of the times. And that really what it was with Malik Hooker the first part of his career before he got over here. So that's my thoughts on the safeties, though. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to bring in a single other safety.
I
They're
don't
going
either.
they're going to. I would say I would start Wanye and Marquise Bell over them because I seen Marquise Bell play linebacker. Right, I saw him play linebacker at a high level. If he can do that, he will be a fire ass box safety.
Strong safety. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's my thoughts on it. What's about y'all?
I agree. Same thing. I think they're younger, so they got more tread on the tires. And yeah, but then you got to think about experience too, So I would rotate them, maybe bring in Marquise Bell on like first downs to help stop the run. And then on second and third down, just rotate them in. And then also on special blitz packages where you're going to blitz your strong safety, bring Bell in. But Thomas is very good in coverage. He's better than
Donovan Wilson.
Donovan Wilson, but Donovan Wilson is a better downhill. So it's like a catch-22 conundrum.
Exactly.
Yeah, ideally you would have a safety that can do a little bit of everything, and we don't
With
really
you.
have that.
I would have certain packages for certain and kind of rotate them in.
Yeah,
Cowboys should have brought back. Should have paid Jordan Lewis when it's off. When you think about it, they should have just paid him.
they should have.
They should-
Yo, Studio of the Game just subbed up to you, Mike.
What's he talking about?
He said he subbed up. He said, "What up, Mike? Had to subscribe, like, and comment from HTM chat. Keep spreading the word. We definitely need some Jesus in the Cowboy community. You should try to do some work with the Big Time Show. Who is a pastor. So he subbed up to your channel. He appreciates you bringing the Lord into the Cowboy space, and he thinks you should work with our brother, the Big Time Show as well.
Yeah, shout out to all my pastors and all my men of God out there, all my MOGs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, appreciate the love. Y'all definitely give us a follow at West Texas Cowboys Report and also at Unity in the Community. My wife just started the Unity in the Community YouTube page, so it's not very many subscribers right now, but we've been doing Unity in the Community for 7 years, where we bring in all churches from all sides of the tracks, all together in one place and throw a free concert. We do like Christian hip hop with some big Christian hip hop artists. So shout out to Curtis Hoppy, shout out to Keith Wallace and all my Unity in the Community artists. Y'all check out the page, but also on Facebook, we have a Unity in the Community page as well. So here in Amarillo, Texas, y'all check it out.
Unity in the community. We got
Make sure y'all
bars.
sub up to them.
Yes, sir. We're trying to take it nationwide, man.
Somebody said
Don't let the media fool you, man. When we all get together, there's power in unity.
someone said use Donovan middle linebacker. The way the Cowboys are paying Donovan Wilson, so he gonna play this year. He's definitely gonna play. He not gonna.
But he
I don't know if he's.
I mean, can we keep it real about how Donovan Wilson played last year?
I think he played
a liability.
He played awful in
Yeah,
coverage.
exactly.
He was missing run gap assignments. It's on the all 22 field.
It's like it seemed like he just didn't have the want to anymore. You know, it was like when Dak Prescott was like, "We suck." After that, it's like everybody just like, "Yeah, we suck." You know. At the end of the year, though, the defense kind of picked it up a little bit, but
I think
after Overshown got hurt,
the middle linebacker got better, started playing better.
Yeah, they were still getting 30 balls, but they tried. You know, they get an A for effort. They showed up, they put their pads on, they played some football. They ain't do it well, but they showed up and they played some football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the thing that sort of do concern me.
The New Orleans game and the Baltimore game were so embarrassing at home.
And that's the thing. You were healthy for the most part in that game. You were only missing the run Bland. And even with the run Bland was there, he wasn't going to help you in run support like that. Yeah. So
I think it was the scheme, man. They did not like that scheme.
Well, we're going to have to hope they like Eberflus's.
Exactly.
Because you were one of the worst defenses in the National Football League last year.
Yeah.
You did not really improve that personnel enough to be sitting here talking crazy to anybody. You need to be speaking real low and in a nice tone to every offense you play this year until I see something different.
And Dak can only cover up so much.
Exactly. Because how many points do you think we got to score? How many points do you think we got to score to protect this defense?
At least 21.
It's going to have to be more than 21.
30.
I'm just saying offensively, you got to, to say that your offense got to go in and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying from Dak. Dak is going to have to be responsible for at least 21 points by himself.
So Dak got to score 3 touchdowns. Okay, you're not counting Brandon
Aubrey. He got to either throw 2 or run 1. He got to run 2 and throw 1. But Dak himself is going to have to be responsible for 21 points each game himself.
All right, and we're gonna get automatic 2 from Brandon Aubrey, so that puts us at 27 points. So Dallas Cowboys gonna have to be good for 27 points.
On the road, you can win some games with that, but at home, I don't know. The Cowboys they give up more butt at home than it's ridiculous. But they giving out 50 points at home.
everybody plays at Dallas. Like every high school in Texas plays at the Dallas Stadium. All the sporting events, it's the World Stadium, not the Dallas Cowboys. They know home field advantage. They done been there 1,000 times. Some of the folks coming in playing the Dallas Cowboys done played more games in that stadium than the actual players on the
I
team.
know. That's why I said at home you're going to have to score 50 points. The
Oh,
defense,
you gonna drop 40.
defense be giving up 45, 50 points in Dallas. This is ridiculous, bro.
Man, for real. Hey, Ken, what's your YouTube page, man? We got folks trying to sub up.
Oh, I mean, me and Mike, we share one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So West Texas Cowboy Report, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So hey, y'all go to West Texas Cowboy Report and sub up to Mike and Ken, man.
Yeah, Cowboys. I mean, the real question is how many points can the defense afford to give up? Like, they're going to give up more than 8. I mean, they're obviously not going to be the greatest defense of all time. So what does that mean? They're going to give up at least 18 points. So
At least
that
18.
right. Yeah. So
I mean, realistically,
they just got to get out the 30s, bro. Stop giving up 30 points in NFL, and you might be okay. Like, bro, you can't tell me your defense is good giving up 30 points. Even if you win the game, listen to me, Cowboys. Even if you win the game, because there was a game where the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo went toe to toe with freaking Peyton Manning. Tony Romo scored 52 points. The defense gave up 55. Like Big 12 football out here. Yeah, I'm talking about crazy, man.
Well, hold on, Troy. It's Dak Prescott's job to score points. It's also the defense job not to give up points.
Thank you. So
that's the issue we have. Like, I understand
they
you
gotta
want to
stop
score
giving up
points,
30,
but how
35,
many
bro.
points? How many points did I sign up to give you? If I give you 30 points, you would think that I did my job. But we saw that we lose games when we scored 32. You know what I mean? Like we've had plenty of games where the Dallas Cowboys scored 30 plus points and we lose.
Yeah, but what I'm saying too is like, bro, you can't be giving up 30 points and then having Dak have to go get 30. Like, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. I think with his contract, I think people assume he's all of a sudden gonna be Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna be Joe Burrow. That's just not who Dak is. Dak is not that type of quarterback.
Bro, that's not what our offense is. Listen to me. People be saying the 30 burger. The 30 burger is cool. But the 30 burger, 40. We better have a 40 burger because 30 is not the new 40. Because if your defense is giving up points like that, bro, your offense, listen to me. Even if your offense can score, they're not going to have enough time on the clock to score.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to run out of time. Dak is going to do what Dak does. You know what that is? Lose with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
I wonder how many games Dak has lost with the ball in his hands. You know what that means? He ain't have enough time, bro.
Well, I will tell you this: Dak Prescott at one point was one of the top quarterbacks in comeback victories.
Oh yeah.
So either A, you could say the offense didn't get started quick enough, or B, the defense was giving up ads from the jump. You can figure it out sometimes. You know.
Sometimes he said sometimes you get in shootout games. That's the NFL. But listen, you can't afford to get in shootout. You can't. If you get in a shootout, that means the defense is not doing their job. That's the only way a shootout can happen. You'll never hear about a 50-point game and you be like, oh my God, did you see those defenses? No, you're like, look at the offense, bro. The defense wasn't doing anything.
No defense was played. And listen, I will give you this much. You can get into a shootout every blue moon. You should not have to be in a shootout every week.
Bruh, listen to me. NFL teams' salary caps aren't even designed for that because you cannot have an expensive offense and expensive defense. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody's trying to be balanced. You don't never hear anybody be saying, we're up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just fighting to get balanced. That's what the salary cap does. The salary cap prevents that. But yeah, man, like the defense has to be in like at home. You need to be giving up 20 points, bruh. You got your home. You got 70,000 of your fans in the stadium. Like, God dang, dog. On the road, obviously, you know, if you're giving up 20 at home, then you can give up 26 on the road. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you should only get in, and I'm going to tell you this. You should only get in shootouts on the road. because you're in someone else's environment. You shouldn't be getting shootouts at home, bro. Your defense has on third. Listen to me. On 3rd and 2, the crowd is on their backs. The crowd ain't on your back.
Hey, Scorpio Martin with the 2P said the Dallas Cowboys need Patrick Mahomes. Everybody need Patrick Mahomes.
Everybody, but his mama only had one of them. His
There's
mama only had one of them.
And the other brother that do TikToks. He don't even play sports. So
And think about this. The Kansas City. Look, think about this. The Kansas City Chiefs had Patrick Mahomes and still didn't win. So what does that mean?
And they got their defense together. I know that much. They got one of the better defense in the league. Speaking of defenses, though, your defense, especially on stopping the run, which you always tend to have a problem with, you were 31st in 2020. You were 16th in 2021. You were 22nd in 2022. You were 16th in 2023. You were 30th last year.
Jesus.
So the Dallas Cowboys have not, listen, you ain't even had a top 15 rushing defense in the last half a decade. In the last half a decade, your run defense has been 16th or worse. You were 30th last year. That means there are only 2 teams that sucked worse than you did last year in stopping the run. And you expect that's not a Super Bowl defense, dog. Say what the hell you want.
And Dak has nothing to do with that. Dak can suck all he wants to, and that's still, and you're still. It don't. Dak has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
Say what the hell you want about how good this defense is. All pros. You are not, listen to me. If you cannot stop the run, you are not a Super Bowl caliber defense. I don't give a damn what you're talking about.
You're not a good defense.
Speaking of defenses, since 2016 when Dak Prescott became the quarterback, we have 5 playoff losses. In those 5 playoff losses, your defense is averaging 30 points allowed and 157 rushing yards given up.
That's in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. In the playoffs. In the playoffs. Also, speaking of playoffs and your defense, so we're talking about defense. The Eagles had 16 sacks last year in the postseason. The Cowboys got 13 since 2010. So why? And listen, that's 2 different quarterbacks. This is from the Romo era. So why do we put the quarterbacks on the cross? We done nailed Romo to the cross. We done nailed Dak Prescott to the cross. When the hell we gonna talk about the other side of the ball? Because they've been giving up ass 2, 3, 4 coaching staffs.
That's because you got to be. Most folks. This is what people also got to understand too. The way that the game of football is actually watched, you are watching an offense try to score on a defense. That's the storyline. Because no matter if they never have the camera panned directly on the defense. The camera's always panned on what? The offense, because the offense is who's going to do what? They're the ones that's going to hike the ball. So it's like most people don't even, they're subliminally, they don't even pay attention to the defense unless the defense makes a big play. If they're not making a big play, it's just, it's another tackle, it's just another tackle, just another tackle. So most fans don't consciously think like, man, it's just like right now, man, you tell a 7-year-old kid he's going to be on defense. It's, oh man, I don't want to play on defense. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just how people's mind is, bro. That's just how people's mind is. Like most fans aren't even educated enough to have a conscious conversation about what the defense is doing and what you know what I'm saying? You'd be like the Cowboys lost 50-7 and you're like, damn, what did Dak do? Well, damn, your defense gave up 50 points. Like what could Dak have done? Like, what could he have done? Like, think about the game. Think about this: Romo's greatest game greatest game that he ever had. That people think about. Most people will say Romo. They'll say he choked. Why? Because he threw an interception in the game. But then they don't think about the 50-something points the defense gave up. Like that, Romo he had to score 50 points to lose. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, that is sad. It's sad. But that's the point. We talk about Super Bowl aspirations, and we only have those aspirations for one side of the ball. The defense can be whatever and do whatever. And then they would hang their hat on the one game that the defense showed up and the offense can't get it done. They don't talk about in 2016 when the defense gave up a 30-yard completion on 3rd and 20 to lose to Aaron Rodgers. They don't talk about that. When the offense balled, Dak balled, Zeke balled, Dez balled, they put up over 30 points. They lost on a walk-off field goal because the defense gave up a 30-yard completion with 12 seconds left in the game. They don't talk about in 2018 when the defense gave up 273 yards rushing. 273 yards rushing, 2 100-yard rushes. Jared Goff didn't even
Man.
throw a touchdown that game. Jared Goff didn't even throw a touchdown that game, and we lost and we lost. And listen, I know that
Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson.
yeah, and I know that Dak didn't play all that great in the Green Bay Packers game, but there is no reason to give up 30 plus points at the crib. Even if you take away the 2 picks, the defense still gave up 30 plus points without the interceptions. End up giving up 48, but point being, you give up 34 points at the crib, you're probably going to lose because if you give up 34, you're awfully got to score 35. How many touchdowns does it take to get to 35 in the NFL?
6? Or that's 7?
7.
7?
Oh,
Dan Quinn was just mad he didn't get the coaching job
5. Yeah. Yeah, 5.
in
Yeah,
that
so-
game against the Packers.
So
And he's
listen, if you score 5 touchdowns in a game, you should be blowing your team out. You shouldn't need 5 touchdowns to win by the skin of your fucking teeth.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
But
is it because is it because we don't really get big players? Like everybody's so small that we can't stop the run?
It really depends. Sometimes it's schematical.
Yeah.
But other times like the Dallas Cowboys went big this year. We had one of the highest 8-man front rates in the NFL, and we were still one of the worst teams in rushing defense. So sometimes guys just aren't doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it just you ain't got the talent. Like
Yeah. And
who
then
your
also,
linebackers?
the Cowboys need to start treating the defensive line the way they treat the offensive line and build it. Like, stop trying to piece this crap together. You know what I'm saying? Look what the Philadelphia Eagles did, man. The Philadelphia Eagles, all them dudes that went crazy in the Super Bowl on that defensive line that shut down the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, all those dudes was drafted, and all them dudes was on that team prior hand. They had been on that, so these guys have been playing together. We keep on trying to piece together the defensive line every year. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, like, you need to get a middle linebacker, a young one, and stick with it. Like, you know what I mean? You need to stop switching your middle linebacker out. You can't talk about stopping the run. You can't even talk about having a good. Listen, we're talking about trying to better our defense. Trying to talk about better our defense, and we're gonna have a brand new middle linebacker. So that within itself is already like, you're gonna drop a brand new middle linebacker on the 30th ranked defense. That does not sound like success. I'm just being honest with you. That sounds like we're going in the wrong direction. I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, I mean, that's just real. So like, we're hoping this is the thing. We have a lot of like lottery tickets out. We have a lot of like, if this happens, we're going to be good. If this happens, we're going to be good. Well, you know what other teams do? They write all those things down and they say, but if it don't, let's just get Saquon Barkley. But if it don't, let's just go get this dude. We have way too many like too many things that we're betting on that have to happen for us to have even just a good season, bruh. Like we have too many like bro, you can't be taking a chance on everything. God damn, like you can't have like Cowboys. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys something. What is the for sure thing we can do as a Dallas Cowboy team? What is the for sure thing we can do? I know for a fact that Dallas Cowboys can do this. What is it? I want to know. What is it right now for sure we can do?
Throw the ball around the yard.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
Because you invested in it. You spent money on CD Lamb.
Why? Because you have a $60 million quarterback and a $35 million wide receiver. So you know for a fact that's going to work. As long as them two dudes are healthy, that's going to work.
And
you
the best kicker
for
in
it,
the league.
bro.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're paying for it.
Yeah.
You're paying for it.
The only guarantees in life are the things that you are paying for.
Yep, I agree. But I do have to escape from here, though, because I got stuff I got to do before the night.
Somebody said penalties.
Hey, can we do a giveaway real quick? Can y'all hear me?
What you say,
Yes.
brother?
Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. Do y'all want to do a giveaway real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so we got a couple of hats. We got 1, 2, and 3. and we're gonna send half of the money to Yavali. How do you want to do this, man? Y'all want to do a raffle real quick, or do you just want to see who gives the most money?
Typically we do like a rap, but we probably should have did it at the beginning because
I
we're
want
gonna
to do it on the next show.
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it
Yeah,
on the
let's
next
do it on
show.
the next show so they can see
Yeah,
it from beginning
we
to
got
end.
this right here that we're gonna raffle off. I got 3 hats, and then I got a George Pickens jersey. I really don't want to give it up, but I can order another one. So we got a George Pickens jersey, and then I also got um, um, I don't know if I want to give this up either, but it's a Micah Parsons autograph photo, and then I got a Mari Cooper autograph photograph. So a couple
All
things
right,
to think about for the next show.
for sure. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it popping. And then I don't have Cash App right now, but I do have Zelle. So take my number down for Zelle. Put it in the comment box for me, please. Somebody 909-301-7804.
I
That's
got one
9
last thing to say too. We're going to training camp August the
August
4th
5th.
to the
Oh,
10th.
that was August 5th.
We will be out there live giving you the latest and greatest content in West Texas and on the West Coast. Thanks for tuning in to the West West Show. I'm your boy Mike on the mic. This your boy Ken, West Coast, and my boy HTM. Y'all subscribe and like and share, man. And always keep God first in your life, and all things will be added unto you. In Jesus' name, y'all tune in August 4th. That's not too long away. Hopefully, Micah will have his contract signed by then.
I doubt it.
Amen. And hey, in the words of the brother West Coast Cowboy, never look down.